what just happened and how am I going to screw it up? There's no way I can do this. There's no way I can do this. Is the worst because there's no way I can do this. Look at this. It's almost there and yet unsolvable. Christ.
So close. So close.
It wasn't even close. It wasn't even close.
What landscape is this?
I don't know. 38.
If it is 38, we have a hint. It says, let's see if I can read this, because it's upside down and backwards, so I'm trying to read it upside down and backwards. The last, wait, no, that's not what it says. The real, something clock
was in your hearts all along.
Is actually consulted. That can't be right. Looks like consulted. Oh, blocks, not clock, I think. Maybe it is clock. Can I turn this upside down and look in a mirror? I don't have a mirror with me. Can I at least turn it upside down in here? I don't think so. Not on archive.org, as far as I know. Visual adjustments. Zoom, grayscale, inverted colors, adjust contrast, visual brightness. Well, I could at least adjust contrast, right? I mean, that might help with the reading the numbers anyway. That doesn't help right now. I do want to make it dark mode, though. All right, let me see if I can figure this out. I can't turn my laptop upside down right now. The real time clock is actually consulted in order to solve this landscape. The system, and then it gets really impossible to read.
The real-time clock is consulted in the solution of this landscape? Is that some kind of joke?
In order to solve this landscape, the real-time clock. Yes, that's what it says. Are you sure you're on 38?
Yes. Well,
then yeah, that's what it says.
I mean, I can check better, of course. Yep, 38. So. Okay. Let me. For those of you who don't know what the hell that's talking about, like 80s microcomputers never knew what time it was. So like a Commodore 64, it doesn't have a real time clock. It had a clock that like it could count seconds, but it didn't have a real time clock. And so, computers in the early 90s, one of the things that they advertised is like, ooh, that's a real-time clock, ooh. And, you know, it's just so that the computer knows what time it is. And the main result of that is if you ever get a computer from the early 90s, late 80s that nobody has ever opened up, then it will have a battery that leaked acid everywhere. Hooray! But like, this is exactly in the time that they would have been like, let's use the real-time clock just for lols. Oh, this...
Yeah, and then SpecLab notes that it said working hours are from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., which makes me wonder if you have to set your system's time to between those hours?
No, to outside of those hours! It doesn't want you playing a game during working hours! However, my time zone is set wrong because it's because it's screwy. So we're fine. It's set to GMT.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's conceivable that it actually needs to be in work hours, but definitely this
in work hours, because working in that case could have a different meaning.
Yeah. But I feel like
the level will work.
I feel like the game.
Yeah, the kind of game it is like, you shouldn't be playing. I don't know.
Really? I thought this was a game specifically for board office workers. Yeah, because so that note was down there next to that
Yeah, and you'd think it would let you in during the real time, or during the when it would actually work.
Oh no. Okay,
Boy,
time
I'm glad
to
I
learn.
happened to randomly see those notes.
Time to learn how to set the time in NeXT. Good God.
I actually can read more of that than I thought, because it says the system time must be between 8 a.m. and
4 p.m. Doubtless.
I mean, it must be 4 p.m. It doesn't look like that, but it's so distorted at that point. I can't tell, so it must be, yeah.
I'm in Japan.
All right, time to play from Japan.
Time to play from Japan.
Every few games, it feels like every level introduces new
Joshua
features.
said every few games, every few levels introduces new features. But yeah, it is every single level introduces new features. Now the question is, would you need to start the level at the right time, or would it actually consult it at sort of the useful
that's a
time?
good question.
It would probably be from the bottom.
Masked Dragon, the reason... Yeah, exactly. I think it's the bottom. The reason is because we just read a note in the manual that is hard to read, but basically says that the real time clock is consulted in this level in order to solve it. And that he saw a note that said that working hours are 8 to 4. So that means he had to set his time between 8 and 4. And you might have to restart. But it could be from the right as well. Or the left or the top. Who knows? But you may have to restart, or even restart the game.
Oh, wait, I may have to have the frickin' hammer out.
Oh, you may have to have the hammer out.
No.
No.
No. No. Game, why? Game, no. Game, please.
That was... in a million years, I would have not anticipated that this game would have done this.
He doesn't need to restart, says Joshua in chat.
Oh, I guess you could go from the left or the top, maybe?
I'd say I tried the top, but I didn't try the top because I didn't have the hammer equipped. I mean, just imagine playing this with the actual mouse.
And then, I guess you could always just set your time with an actual NeXT.
No. So the one thing is...
says you don't need a restart, but I don't know what that means.
The one thing is I didn't actually change the time. I changed my time zone. And so maybe you need to actually change the time for it to be happy with you.
Well, can't you just click that and click set?
What the Oh no! This emulator is locked to the actual time! The emulator has its own time zone stuff. I cannot fully control my real-time clock. Let me try that again. Yeah, it's getting reset. Okay.
I mean, is it reading the actual time? The GMT
Oh, wait,
time?
no, yeah, it's 6:47. That
right.
makes no sense. Never mind. It's just like nonsense.
That makes no sense.
Wait, yeah, if it's just a random time, then why can't I set the time? File system options, Unix expert. Oh, hell yeah. I just switched on Unix expert mode. I'm also going to put on large file system. No clue what that means in this context. Startup preferences should be... You set the time from startup preferences? No, that also didn't set it.
I mean, imagine loading up a terminal and in NeXT.
Speaking of, do I remember how to set the time from the terminal? It's been a long time since I've had to set the time from the terminal. Next apps.
Terminal.app.
Well, yeah, I mean, it is Unix.
Yeah.
Can date set the time? I don't think so. Time is the wrong time. It can.
All right.
Okay. It is 1999. Let's say it's 1995. Sure, June 13th. Why not? It is exactly noon. Set time of day, not owner. It's not gonna have sudo. Socket is not connected.
Socket is not
What does that
connected.
mean? Okay, but it did actually
you have
set.
to
It did
set the
actually
time
set.
for-
It did actually
okay.
set. It did actually set.
Yes.
But it didn't actually set. Oh, it did actually set. Okay, that just
there
hadn't
it is.
updated
There it
yet.
is. Yeah.
Heh, mandate, says Speculad. Given that there are man pages for such normal things as man touch, and
That's right, there
man
is.
mount.
Oh, that's even better. Yeah.
Man finger, is finger installed on NeXT? Yep. So there are many
Wow.
there are many
I think-
options
I
other
think
than
you
man
did those- I think you did those in the right order, actually. In the right order. You mandate, then you man touch,
then you man mount, then you man yeah.
mount, and then you mount finger.
I was not expecting this side to work anyway. It's probably going to be from the bottom. So did we fix the clock issue, asks Joshua. I mean, the clock is now set to 12 p.m. So maybe? I mean, I went into the shell to do that. Here's the thing that really annoys me about that. I knew how to do that because Unix. Every time I have tried to go, well, I know how to do this on Unix, on Mac, it doesn't f***ing work.
But it worked in NeXT.
No! 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 I'm in hell. I'm in hell. I'm in hell. I'm in hell.
I mean, you could still try to restart the level.
It needs to
or
be between
restart
8 a.m.
Oxyd,
and 4
actually.
p.m., says Josh. Yeah, like 12 p.m., for example. As an example of times that are between 8 a.m. and 4 p.m., 12 p.m. I am not just going to restart the level. I'm going to restart the game. Oh god, we're going to have to set it to English again! No! No!
But now you know you just spam it and it works.
Oh my god, it's English! It's English, it's English, okay.
Okay, good. Noon. Noon is between 8 a.m. and 4 p.m.
Joshua does not understand that 12 p.m. is not midnight. 12 p.m. is noon.
Apparently.
3835592. What? What?
Uh-oh. Did you write down the wrong... Oh, it's not.
It's not writing in at all.
Yeah.
Game? Oh, did it say uncount instead of unknown? I have entered codes before. It does work. But yeah, now I also...
No, you do it every time you restart the game.
I also can't... Okay, wait. Okay, I have no idea what was going on there. Okay, I'm just gonna beeline for that, because now we started it up on the correct time. Period. I'm getting at my jackhammer.
Look, it's already open.
Oh, Christ, it just starts open. I hate you, game. I hate you.
It doesn't say working hours, it says business hours. So yeah.
But the thing is, this is a video game. You don't play video games at work. Do work at work.
No. The business in this case is
I get
that
it.
room.
I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. This was made by Germans. They're not supposed to be like, oh yes, it's business hours, but go play video game. What the hell accent was like? It started vaguely German and then it just like went on a world tour.
That was like almost as bad as me doing an accent.
Let's not go all the way around. I only think I've seen so far 2 Oxyds on this level, so maybe I should just go for the other one.
It was a Jamaican accent, Joey suggests.
Oh, that's not an Oxyd.
That's a warper.
That's a warbird.
Telepoitier.
There's the other one. Okay. I could not remember where I'd seen that. I'm in hell, I'm in hell, I'm in hell, I'm in hell.
You're in masochism land.
Are you suggesting that I'm not in hell because I'm doing this to myself because it's masochism?
That's what Gottvin is suggesting.
Okay, now we're going to hit this one. That was a match. That's quite lucky. Now I just need to find any others.
I mean, presumably you're going to have to use the telepoitiers.
Well, so far, all of the telepoitiers have led to places I can also just get. God, you need to start the level and or game between 8 and 4 p.m. I mean...
Mm-hmm.
And it's especially great that I'm playing this on NeXT because, like, what if somebody else just went, oh, let's play this on NeXT, that'll be fun, and then they get to that, and it's like, I can't change the time, I can't change anything. I knew how to do that by going into super user mode in the console.
Yep. Hey, you wanted the game to give you interesting new features, new puzzles. Who knew that changing the date in the terminal was one of those features? I
genuinely feel like the reason why there was a real-time clock-based puzzle is just the real-time clocks were so rare at the time. I somehow didn't notice that one. That they were just like, oh my god, it used a real-time clock, amazing. And nowadays... you would be strictly annoyed by that. Like, nobody would go, oh, that was clever. They'd be like, come on.
You're just restricting me or making me change the time on my computer.
Maybe that's why you couldn't set the time. You weren't running the settings app as admin. Yeah, probably, SpecLoud. All I did was click on the time on the right. Oh, well, here's one. And the other one is just right over there, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, Christ. It's just right over there.
Have fun.
I have solved this maze. Yeah. This would be awful with actual Marble Madness controls instead of cheating.
This next one's 39.
39.
Guess what also has a clue?
Why are they putting all the clues together?
You'd be right. Well, it's inconsistent. It's 5, 10, 17, 23, 28, 38, 39. Those are the only two that are next to each other. 46, 54, 58, and more. So 39, the clue is... The
laser just turned an extra life into sunglasses, which I'm betting let me step into a laser. Nope, that is not what those do.
You have to give the marble a hefty roll against the glass pane. What does that say? Above. Okay, above it. So the glass pane above.
The number of the levels that have clues should be added to the OEIS, which is the integer sequences dictionary, right? I need 2 codes here. I need 79,
okay,
26.
So you need 79, 20, 26.
26.
FXC.
Thank you. So that means I can now see what's up in this next room.
Presumably there will be a bit of glass. Oh, this is where you have to give it a hefty roll. There you go.
Wow, what an exciting
actually, that probably
puzzle.
Yeah. That piece of information was probably nice. Was probably something that you could have figured out on your own.
yeah, that was a new block. I probably would have figured it out eventually. Okay, I think I don't want that. That seems bad. Don't unblock that.
Yeah.
So,
In
that
fact, that's
one...
the level.
Yeah, that one is not only unnecessary, it's a troll. If you do it, it can actually cause harm. 822-83418. I feel like I skipped some of the level there. Like, something seems weird. There was so much going on, and I just didn't do any of it.
Yeah.
Oh, Christ. Christ.
Is this a relaxing meditation level?
This is a meditation level.
Do you want to unblock those now, or do you want to wait to get the 2 in their spots first?
It would be better to
I
unlock
don't think it matters.
I think I should unlock them now. Now I just have to actually meditate.
Yeah.
So yes, all of these go the wrong way.
Yeah, I
in
see
case
that.
That's not obvious. What is... Oh, it is actually just the balls going tappa tappa tappa. I was like, what is that? That's the game. That's the game torturing me. God. I mean, somebody played those like wooden version of this game that are basically a torture device for children. And went, let's make a video game out of that. Okay, I really have to get the bottom one in first, I think. Because it is particularly awful.
They're all particularly awful, and equally so, and once you get the bottom one in, then you're going to get it out when you try to get the top one in.
The bottom one...
Oh, because the center... Yeah, I see.
No, because it's just sloped the other way on the other side, so I was wrong. I thought it was even on the other side, but obviously it's not. Why would it be? Who does this?
This level might take you longer than all of the other levels combined. I suspect this level will go to the end of the stream.
Oh, it'll definitely go to the end of the stream. There's no doubt about that. The question is, will I actually get it by the end of the stream? And I think the answer is an emphatic no. Why? Why? If I just go like this, that's meditative, right? This is I'm meditating now. This is a meditative experience. What just happened, and how am I gonna screw it up? There's no way I can do this. There's no way I can do... This is the worst, because there's no way I can do this. Look at this. It's almost there, and yet unsolvable. Christ!
So close. So close.
It wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. It looks close. It presents the illusion of being close, but that may as well have been nowhere. That may as well have been the starting state.
I mean, I always hated these games already.
Oh, yeah.
So imagining having to do this...
The original that this is simulating, like, this isn't even a good, fun game that this game is simulating.
Exactly.
It's an awful game. No one enjoys these, do they? Like...
I feel like the only enjoyment you get out of them is if you do happen to solve one, you get that fleeting feeling of accomplishment before you realize,
I think
wow,
the only
way time.
I think the only way to get enjoyment out of these is to be an uncle and buy one for your nephew.
Yeah, and watch your nephew
exactly.
suffer.
Also be a sociopath. That was sort of implied.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the sound. The sound. The sound!
Ding, ding, ding. Ding. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, ding, ding. I'll provide the sound effects.
Oh, thanks, thanks.
Ding, ding,
I definitely disabled the sound effects because I thought it would be better to hear them from you.
I figured as much, yeah.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done
Yeah.
with this game. I mean, I'm done with this. I'm clearly done with this game because I cannot play it more.
You can't make progress.
There's no more progress to be made.